Hello pond people, Frogopolis here, and today we're talking about Doom, baby! In the comments section of my last video, somebody mentioned the Doom movie, and it dawned on me that I had never watched it in the 21 years it's been out, and considering how they described it, I wish I got into it sooner. Ball Connor Larson 789 wrote, "There is also the Doom movie that exists. I remember watching it in an involuntary trance state in which my spirit disassociated from my body. I don't even remember what was the plot. I only remember The Rock was in it, doing rock stuff. And that's all the motivation I needed to find the movie and watch it. Would I have the same transcendent experience? Time to find out! It's worth noting that this movie is loosely based off Doom 3 that went for a darker, grittier look. Though for those that haven't played the game, when you hear about the plot, which is about a group of Marines going after an unknown threat, you'll instantly think of some other media, which of course I mean being Jason X. At the beginning, we're told about scientists discovering the Ark, a wormhole to an ancient city on Mars in the far-off year of 2026. Wait a second, this year's 2026! Though even by this point, finding a wormhole to Mars probably wouldn't be the worst thing that happened this year. 20 years later, after establishing a base on Mars, it's attacked by something, and a team of Marines are sent to help. We've got Soldier Guy, Religious Soldier Guy, The Rock, Weird Pervert Soldier Guy, Eeyamor Idig, King of Rohan, and young inexperienced Soldier Guy on his first real mission. I'm sure I'll be fine. Oh, I almost forgot. Soldier Guy. Now you might be wondering why they need one of them to be a weird pervert, but back in the early 2000s, this was expected in horror. It was an unwritten rule. He also might look familiar. This actor's name is Richard Brake. He's been in movies like Barbarian, Mandy, and a few Rob Zombie movies, and oh god damn it, would you look at that, I once again got distracted by the IMDb page. We've got Carl Urban here, who's been in quite a few big movies and shows like The Boys and Judge Dredd. Razak Adoti has been in Resident Evil Apocalypse, Black Hawk Down, and recently won an award from Nollywood for Son of the Soil. And that's pretty damn cool. Diobia Operi, I got that name horribly wrong, who was also in Judge Dredd, did Moulin Rouge, and was a Loki variant. Ben Daniels was Father Marcus Keen in the Exorcist TV show, which I forgot was a thing. I should probably check it out. You might also recognize him as Santiago in Interview with a Vampire, the TV show, and he was Pompous Pilate in a rendition of Jesus Christ Superstar. Al Weaver has starred in 66 episodes of Grantchester as Leonard Finch. Dexter Fletcher directed Rocketman. This guy directed Rocketman. Yao Chin has had a career in theater and journalism. Rosamund Pike was nominated for a bunch of awards for starring in some movie called Gone Girl. And Dwayne Johnson has been in everything, whether you like it or not. Okay, one more thing, I swear I won't get sidetracked anymore, but what the hell is this guy playing? This movie takes place like 20 years in the future, what is this? I like this scene at the beginning where after they've all been introduced, they teleport to Mars through this like liquid ball. We also get a pretty damn funny joke where we meet Pinky, who's riding around on wheels because he lost his ass in a teleporting accident. He's named after the demon from the game. Will he turn into one later? Let's find out. Portman, who's our creepy pervert, is doing creepy pervert things. I'm not a fan of this archetype. I think it's just a really lazy way to make someone an antagonist. Here we also meet Samantha Grimm, who's going to be accompanying them on their mission because she has to get some important information. She also seems to know John, because he's her brother, John Grimm. And they seem to have a strained relationship. Oh, we're gonna get some drama! So our Marines are headed to the danger zone, and poor Mac is told to just stay in the office area to make sure nothing gets out. Considering we know what's gonna happen to the other guys, this is probably a good thing for him, but still, he's just pretty much not in the movie a lot after this. Our other Marines enter the danger zone. As they're assessing the area, area and walking through dark corridors. Much like in Doom 3, I cannot see a damn thing. They enter the armory, and I like these sets. These gun props are pretty cool, especially this sweet-looking BFG, which, fun fact, Dwayne Johnson took for himself after filming Rap. In fact, he took the Oni too. Actually, that's not very fun. That's kind of a dick move. Well, these sets and props and the effects are pretty good. I can't really say as much about the characters, but they have their moments. Samantha's in the lab, clackety-clacking on her computer and trying to figure out what's been going on. They give us exposition while also giving us some backstory between her and John. And much like the weapons room, I think all these props are pretty neat. The Marines find Dr. Carmack and he seems fine. He even has a snack on him. He didn't need that ear anyway. He's gonna be taken to the infirmary and be patched right up. Now they know something real screwy's going on and should probably be on high alert. So of course Portman gives the kid some space drugs to calm him down. Speaking of Portman, him and the kid run into this random naked woman, and for some reason Portman's like, I'm gonna riz her up. And oh, look at that, she was turning into a monster. This is where we find out that these people aren't dead or missing. They're possessed by demons. They explain this later on, spoilers! We're back with Samantha, who's being guarded by Duke. Oh, so yeah, this lady's Dr. Jenna Willits. She works at the infirmary. She's gonna be there for like 10 seconds, and then she's gonna be told she can go be with her daughter, and that's super nice. Also, her husband's missing. Dr. Cormac's awake now and a bit more lucid. He seems pretty worried about something, but I can't quite put my finger on what. Back with the Marines, they run into another demon zombie person, and it looks like all the animals have escaped their cages. Now, I'm probably in no place to question two space marines called Sarge and Destroyer, but I'm starting to think they're not the best at their job. Yeah, Sarge, let's start touching the mystery blood. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. They spot another monster in the shadows and it starts running away from their bullets as rockin' music plays. It looks like it retreated into the sewers, so I guess they're gonna have to go down there. Oh no, it got goat! That was this guy. Oh god! This is where we get a better look at the creature design, and it's not bad. I was pretty happy to see that the director, Andrzej Bartkowiak, wanted to focus more on practical effects and keep CGI to a minimum. I'm not super against the use of CGI. I know it sounds like I hate it sometimes, but I think for this film, especially in 2005, this was the right move. Of course, the CGI that does show up looks fine for the time. So now shit's hit the fan, and they leave the danger zone and just tell everyone to evacuate. And it doesn't help that Dr. Cormack has gone missing again! That rascal. Now they have to deal with whatever the hell that thing was. And you think Samantha would know something, but she's just an archaeologist, and she says there was no life on Mars when they got there, just remnants. Now we know something real screwy's going on. And oh hey, Mac finally has something to do. Good for Mac. Samantha's doing an autopsy on what is at the moment this unknown creature. I'm not sure if I can show any of this, but I really like how it looks close up. This is so cool to me. I haven't already talked about Duke, who's been in charge of guarding Samantha. He's had a bit more personality than some of the other characters. I've grown to kinda like him. They start playing the jump scare music, so you know something's gonna happen, and oh, look, a dog. Oh wait, oh no, a dog! Oh, good, one of the monsters scared it off. And then gets trapped in the nano wall. We're back with the Marines. They're locked and loaded and ready to kick some demon ass. During this, we get a bit more backstory about John Grimm, and then, oh my god, Mac's dead. He literally just got something to do and he's dead. It should be noted that Pinky this whole time has been the man on the outside using his computer to scan for threats. And if anything were to breach out of the danger zone into where he is, he's their last line of defense, and all he has is this stinky little pistol and a grenade. We're back with Samantha and the Dukester, and it looks like Goat's alive. Oh, no, he's dead again. False alarm. This is where Samantha realizes that all these creatures they've seen have actually been humans that have been transformed somehow. Could it be the devil doing this? Actually, yeah, kind of. So we're with Destroyer and Portman, and Portman has to go take a dump. This is important. Meanwhile, Sarge has gone back to the armory and has got himself a BFG. A big fun gun. While Portman's pooping, Destroyer gets ragdolled by a Hell Knight. That's what these things are called. Now, I would love to show you this fight, but Universal Pictures hates fun. At one point, Destroyer takes a modem and then starts swinging it at the Hell Knight, and then takes a metal rod and impales it with it. Unfortunately, while he's trying to get away, the Hell Knight gains enough strength to pull him down and he falls to his death. Thankfully, a bit later on, Portman also gets ragdolled, and it's pretty funny. We also see the Big Fun gun in action. This is where Dwayne Johnson really shows his acting chops. I'd love to show you some funny examples, but you guessed it. Samantha lets him know that that demon stuck in the wall is actually Dr. Cormac. She even hypothesizes that there might be a way to reverse this transformation. But Sarge disagrees. Sarge says that Dr. Cormac's condition is irreversible. Then he shoots Dr. Cormac and says, because Dr. Cormac's condition is that he's dead. Oh, it's just not the same. Sarge wants answers, and we finally get to see the research that was actually going on here. It turns out they were doing secret experiments on humans, and Samantha was lied to. I can't believe they'd lie. Those fiends. Now, John pretty sensibly just wants to destroy all this shit and get out of there, but Sarge reminds him that this is UAC property and they want that information back. That's right, Sarge is a corporate stooge, just like in real life. We're back with Pinky and something's trying to break into where he is. Thankfully, he has his gun and his grenade. The mercenaries rush to help, and it looks like Pinky took a legger. I'm sorry, I didn't even mean for that to be a pun. I'm gonna keep this in. John goes to get Samantha, who's finishing up her research. Here we find out that whatever this demonic force is choosing who it infects, by only infecting people with genetic markers for psychotic and violent behavior. But because science, if you get injected with this compound and you don't have the genes that make you a psychopath, you get superhuman abilities instead. I am no scientist, but I don't think this is very sound. The others head back to the teleporter to the Ark, where it seems things aren't going too well. Whatever got through sure as hell did a number on this place. John and Samantha come through shortly after and try to warn Sarge that not everybody is infected. But Sarge has gone scorched earth here, nothing's getting in or out of this facility. When the kid is going around looking for survivors, he finds a room full of them, and none of them are infected. He unfortunately makes the mistake of telling Sarge this, and insists that they're all safe and shouldn't be killed, but Sarge says orders are orders. I've gotta say, Dwayne Johnson makes a good villain, at least in this movie. Because the kid does not want to go around shooting innocent people, Sarge kills him. They found Pinky, who seems to be alive and well, but they also found the demon that got through the teleporter.
Oh, there's something behind me, isn't there?
Now, before you groan and roll your eyes, back when he made this joke, it was one of the first times anyone had ever heard it, and it was still pretty funny. In a way, Doom was a pioneer for this kind of humor. All hell breaks loose, and the metal music starts playing and they're chasing after the Hell Knight. Then oh shit, they run into a horde of infected. Then Duke dies, aw man, with him and Sarge just being pulled down to their deaths. Samantha and John are able to make a getaway, but John has been critically injured, and there's only one way he'll be able to survive, by injecting him with C-24, and hopefully he won't turn into a demon because he has the good genes, and oh wow, this sounds really wrong saying it out loud. It seems to have worked because John gets right back up and we get that really cool first person scene. It's kinda cheesy and not perfect, but I think it's a lot of fun. We even get a payoff with Pinky. Of course Sarge is still around and he's starting to turn into a demon. We never get the complete transformation, but I'm pretty sure he's turning into one of these assholes. Him and John have one last fight to the death, and it is gloriously stupid. John is able to fling him into a teleporter and then throws a grenade in there for good measure. Then the movie ends with him escaping with his sister. Now, having seen this a little over 20 years later, it wasn't that bad. It is good, stupid fun. There have been much worse video game movies made throughout the years. characters. I personally like the look of the first two games more, and that would have made a pretty awesome movie, but I totally understand why they loosely based it off third one instead. It would have been nice if they explored more of the satanic side of the game along with more of the creatures. If you're fine with it not being completely faithful to the games, then it's a pretty fun flick. Now, as a movie on its own, removed from its source material, it is a pretty generic space horror. Like I said, its plot and characters aren't anything too special. If you're somebody watching this on its own of having no knowledge or interest in the games for whatever reason, yeah, there's still something here. I'm gonna be giving Doom 2005 a 2.5 out of 5. What are your thoughts on Doom? And if you were around when it initially came out, do you have any memories of that time? I think it'll be interesting to hear. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe and leave a little comment. Either way, I'm just happy you stopped by, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.